What if I told you that the person working the hardest in your office is often the least likely to get promoted? Sounds unfair, doesn't it? Maybe you've seen it happen, or maybe it's happening to you right now. You stay late. You answer emails on weekends. You solve problems nobody else wants. Your performance reviews are excellent. Yet every year, someone else gets the promotion. Someone who leaves on time. Someone who seems less skilled. Someone who somehow always ends up in the right meetings. So what's going on? Is corporate life really unfair? Or is there a game being played that nobody ever teaches you? Let's find out. Imagine two employees. Alex and Jordan join the company on the same day. Alex believes one simple rule. If I work harder than everyone else, success will take care of itself. So Alex becomes the person everyone depends on. Need a report by tomorrow? Ask Alex. Need someone to fix another team's mistake? Ask Alex. Need someone to stay late? Alex never says no. Everyone appreciates Alex. Everyone praises Alex. Everyone says, we couldn't do this without you. Now meet Jordan. Jordan is competent. Not a genius, not the hardest worker. But Jordan notices something strange. The people getting promoted aren't always producing the most work. They're creating the most confidence. That observation changes everything.
Years pass. Alex becomes even busier. Jordan becomes even more visible. Then promotion season arrives. Jordan becomes the new manager. Alex receives another thank you email. How does this happen? The answer begins with one uncomfortable truth. Companies don't promote effort. They promote perceived value. That sentence sounds harsh, but think about it. When executives discuss promotions, they're usually not asking who answered the most emails. They're asking who can lead, who represents the company well, who influences others, who makes people feel confident. Because promotions aren't rewards, they're investments. A company isn't paying you for everything you've already done. They're betting on what you'll do next. And that's where many hardworking people unknowingly sabotage themselves. Psychologists call it the competence trap. The better you become at your current job, the more your company wants you to keep doing your current job. Imagine the office printer. If one printer never breaks, would anyone replace it? Probably not. Ironically, becoming indispensable at one task can make you invisible for the next opportunity. It's one of the biggest career paradoxes. The more valuable you become in your current position, the harder it can become to leave it. But that's only the beginning. There's another psychological bias at work. It's called the availability heuristic. People judge importance based on what they easily remember. Imagine two employees. One quietly solves 50 problems every month. The other solves 10 problems, but explains the impact clearly during meetings. 3 months later, which employee do you think leadership remembers? Usually the second. Not because they did more, because their work became easier to recall.
Human memory doesn't measure effort. It remembers stories. This is why visibility often beats volume. And visibility doesn't mean showing off. It means making your contributions understandable. Think about movie actors. Thousands of people work on a blockbuster film. Writers, editors, lighting crews, visual effects artists. Without them, the movie wouldn't exist. But who walks onto the award stage? Usually the people everyone recognizes. Recognition follows visibility, not necessarily contribution. Corporate life often works the same way. Here's another hidden rule almost nobody talks about. Managers don't just evaluate your performance. They evaluate the amount of uncertainty they feel about promoting you. Imagine you're choosing someone to captain a ship. Would you only care how well they row? Or would you also care how they communicate during a storm? Leadership is about reducing uncertainty. That's why people who remain calm, communicate clearly, and make decisions confidently often move ahead, even if someone else works longer hours.
This doesn't mean confidence is more important than competence. It means competence without confidence often goes unnoticed. Now, here's where things become even more interesting. Many hardworking employees believe they're being humble. In reality, they're making it difficult for others to understand their value. There's a huge difference. Humility says, I don't need to brag. But invisibility says, I never explain the impact of my work. Those aren't the same thing. Imagine building an incredible bridge in the middle of a desert where nobody ever drives. The bridge may be extraordinary, but if nobody sees its value, its impact remains hidden. Your work can suffer the same fate. Now let's talk about a mistake almost every ambitious employee makes. They optimize for being busy, not for being useful. Busyness feels productive. A calendar packed with meetings, 100 unread emails, working until midnight. These things look impressive. But leaders don't ask, who looked exhausted?
They ask, what actually moved the business forward? Productivity creates activity. Value creates outcomes. The two are not always the same. Here's a simple thought experiment. Imagine your manager disappears for 2 weeks. Would your team continue functioning because of the systems you created? Or would everything stop because only you know how things work? Many people believe making themselves irreplaceable guarantees job security. Ironically, leaders often promote people who build systems that don't depend on them. Why? Because managers need people who multiply talent, not people who become bottlenecks. Real leadership isn't about being needed. It's about making others stronger. There's another promotion myth hiding in plain sight. People assume promotions happen because of individual performance. In reality, many promotions happen because someone already behaves like they're operating at the next level. Notice something fascinating. Future managers don't wait until they receive authority before acting responsibly. They demonstrate responsibility first. They solve problems outside their job description. They improve processes. They connect departments. They make other people's jobs easier. Not because someone asked them to, because that's what leaders naturally do. This creates a powerful psychological effect. When promotion discussions begin, leadership doesn't imagine them becoming leaders. They simply recognize what they're already seeing. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about manipulating people. It's not about office politics. It's not about pretending to know everything. Those strategies eventually collapse. Authentic influence always lasts longer than artificial image. The goal isn't to become louder. It's to become clearer.
To communicate outcomes instead of effort. To share credit generously. To ask thoughtful questions. To solve meaningful problems instead of simply completing endless tasks. The people who rise consistently aren't usually chasing attention. They're reducing friction, making decisions easier, creating trust, helping others succeed. And trust is one of the most valuable currencies inside any organization. So if you've been wondering why your hard work hasn't translated into recognition, maybe the problem isn't that you work too little. Maybe you've been playing a game with rules that don't actually exist. Nobody gets promoted because they stayed late 100 times. People get promoted because others believe they can create a bigger impact tomorrow than they did yesterday. Hard work still matters. In fact, it's the foundation. Without competence, everything else falls apart. But hard work is the ticket into the game. It isn't the game itself. The real game is creating value that people understand.
Building trust, people remember. Demonstrating leadership before you're given the title. Because at the end of the day, the question that decides your future isn't who worked the hardest. It's something much quieter. Who makes everyone around them believe the future is safer with them leading it? And once you understand that, you'll never look at promotions the same way again.